Consequences can be tricky. Now, this is, you've noticed, right? This is in part because consequences are not always immediate. The consequences of our actions, they don't always follow like promptly after the actions. Sometimes the consequences come, but they happen way down the road, way down there at the Stuckies, way down at that exit, way down. And so sometimes people don't always connect the consequences of their action to the action because enough time has passed that they don't realize, or maybe they choose not to realize, that the consequence is connected. It's a result of their own actions. Does that make sense? I just mildly confused myself, but I do that occasionally. Now I'm bringing this up because I've noticed a number of times, it appears to me that people, they actually believe they can violate the truths of God. For example, the truths of God's morality. And I suspect that sometimes they feel this way. They believe they can violate the truths of God's morality because they don't appear to suffer any immediate consequences when they do go against God. It's like they get away with it in their minds. So they come to this incorrect conclusion, well, there are no consequences. I do things that are wrong and I get away with it. I'm just taking a moment here, my beloved friends, to remind everyone, actually I guess this is probably, it's a warning, I guess, in a way, but this is a friendly warning. It's a loving warning. Understand, this is a warning from someone who's made plenty of mistakes and gotten things wrong, and I've suffered some of these difficult consequences. And so my warning is, God sees. God knows. We can't fool him. And there really are consequences for sin. That's true. You know, there's a passage, it's in the book of Galatians chapter 6. It says, this is in the New Living Translation. It says, don't be misled. You cannot mock the justice of God. You will always harvest what you plant. You may know that line as, you will reap what you sow. Hey friends, acknowledge that God is right. That's what we need to do. Acknowledge that God knows and his ways are right. If God says something is right, it's right. If God says something is wrong, then it's wrong. This is like recognizing God for who he is. You messed up? Okay, all right. Admit it. Ask God for forgiveness. He will forgive. That's great news, right? Yeah, he's forgiving. Don't fool yourself. This is what I'm saying. Let's not fool ourselves into believing, there are no consequences. I can do whatever I want to do. You cannot cheat. Please listen. You cannot cheat God's justice. Think of it this way. Get with God, not against him.